as I was the one that committed the action, the embarrassment that comes for me is what it is, and that's something that I have to deal with. But the embarrassment that Jordan has to deal with, and that this team has to deal with, that this organization has to deal with, but also Jordan's family. His family saw that video. His mother, his father saw that video, and quite frankly, if my mother saw that video, I know how my mother would feel. I know what her next step would be. And so for that, I apologize to his mother and his father and his family, his friends that care for him, because that is a sense of, or a level of embarrassment that they have to deal with too. I apologize to this organization. We just won a championship. In 9 days, 10 days, there will be a ring ceremony. My family will be here. His family will be here. I'm sure they'll be here. And quite frankly, that's an elephant in the room. That's something that, it's weird, and on a night where it should be celebration and love, and it still will be. But there is like this dark cloud in the room, and I caused that, so I apologize to his family and just what they've had to deal with over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours. And I will do what I have to do to make that right. To my family, the things that they've had to deal with. I know, my wife is, she's getting comments like he'll beat you at home and stuff like that, as if, that's the case. And so I apologize to my family as well for what they had to go through. And then most importantly, my brothers on this team who I've apologized to already. But for me, that is the task at hand, to rebuild trust in our locker room, to pull everything back together as it needs to be pulled together in order to compete and defend a championship. And although that is the least of my worries right now, it has to stay at the forefront, because most importantly, is everybody put the work in order to compete for a common goal. And I can't allow myself to be the reason that doesn't happen. So for me, it is very important that I start the process of rebuilding trust, rebuilding. I don't necessarily think brotherhood is gone, but in a brotherhood sometimes that's splintered. And when that's splintered, you have to pull that back together. And that is splintered right now. And it's important that I do the work to pull that back together. Now, we're all here to do a job. We're all here to play basketball. And that's always going to be and will be the main thing. I think, for myself and Jordan moving forward, that is a different story. That's when you start speaking of personal relationships. And quite frankly, we've had a very good personal relationship. He's a guy who I've tried to take under my wing since he got here, a guy who I've advocated for, and a guy who I have encouraged to have a voice and keep your voice and be true to you and stay true to you. And so that is on me to do the work to rebuild, but on his time, if he ever wants to do that. I think that is a personal choice for Jordan.